Can I ask you something honest? When was the last time you got out of bed and simply stood up? No hesitation, no bracing yourself, no grabbing the nightstand like it's your lifeline, no standing there for 20 seconds, waiting for your knees to decide whether they're coming with you today. For many adults over 60 living with early knee arthritis, mornings aren't gentle anymore. They're strategic. You plan your first step. You test your weight. You hope the stiffness eases before you reach the bathroom. And somewhere along the way, you may have told yourself, well, this is just part of getting older. But here's the truth. Most people never hear. Morning stiffness is common, but it is not a life sentence. Your knees are not betraying you. They're responding to inactivity, to muscle changes, to joint fluid that thickens overnight. And the good news, those are things we can influence. In the next 16 minutes, I'm going to walk you through a simple, safe morning routine designed specifically for adults over 60 with mild knee arthritis and modifications for moderate arthritis, and even after knee replacement. You can start tomorrow morning in your own bed, and please stay with me until the end, because I'll share one 60-second habit that quietly multiplies the results, something surprisingly simple, rarely discussed, and incredibly effective. Before we go any further, I'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me how stiff are your knees in the morning. From 0 to 10, just a number. Be honest. And if tomorrow is your day, one type, I read every comment, and I personally respond to as many of you as I can. Before we begin, let's take a calm and simple look at what's really happening inside your knee while you sleep. During the night, 3 important changes occur. First, your synovial fluid thickens. This fluid is your knee's natural lubricant. Its job is to reduce friction and nourish the cartilage, but when you lie still for 7 or 8 hours, that fluid isn't circulating. It settles and becomes more concentrated. Think of honey left in the refrigerator overnight. It's still good honey. It just doesn't flow easily until it warms up. Your knee fluid behaves in a similar way. It needs movement to become smooth and slippery again. Second, your quadriceps muscle, the large muscle in the front of your thigh, essentially goes offline. Muscles are protective. When your quadriceps are active, they absorb shock and stabilize the joint. But after hours of inactivity, that protective support is temporarily reduced. So when you stand up too quickly, the joint absorbs more stress than it should. Third, and this is the part most people don't know, a smaller inner thigh muscle called the vastus medialis oblique, or VMO, tends to weaken with age. This muscle helps guide your kneecap so it tracks smoothly in its groove. When it's underactive, the kneecap may shift slightly off center. That subtle misalignment increases friction inside the joint. Put all 3 together, thicker joint fluid, sleepy muscles, and reduced alignment control. And that's why those very first morning steps often feel the stiffest and most uncomfortable. Before we begin, let me quickly clarify who this routine is designed for. This program is ideal for adults over 60 with mild knee osteoarthritis, those with moderate arthritis, with a few simple modifications I'll mention along the way, and even individuals who have had a knee replacement. As long as your surgeon or physical therapist has cleared you for gentle strengthening exercises, the movements you're about to learn are low impact, controlled, and joint friendly. However, if you are experiencing significant swelling, warmth around the joint, sharp or stabbing pain, a locking sensation, or if you've had a recent fall or injury, please pause and consult your healthcare provider before trying this routine. Your safety always comes first. Now, if you're ready, let's begin exactly where most people make their biggest mistake, right in bed. We're going to count down from 5 to 1. That means we begin gently and intelligently. Exercise number 5, bed heel slides, and please do not stand up yet. This is where most people make their first mistake. They wake up, swing their legs over the bed, and immediately load a stiff joint with their full body weight. Instead, stay exactly where you are. Lie comfortably on your back. Let your body relax into the mattress. Keep one leg straight. With the other leg, slowly slide your heel toward your hips. Bending the knee as the foot glides along the bed, move slowly. Only go as far as feels comfortable, not as far as possible. You should feel gentle motion, maybe mild tightness. You should not feel sharp pain. Then slowly slide the heel back down until your leg is straight again. No forcing, no jerking, no bouncing. We are not aggressively stretching tissue. We are warming the joint from the inside. As your knee bends and straightens, the synovial fluid begins to circulate again. The movement acts like a pump, helping that thickened fluid become smoother and more evenly distributed across the cartilage surfaces. Let's do 10 repetitions on one side. Take your time. There's no rush. Imagine you're easing your knee awake, not shocking it into action, then switch legs. 10 repetitions on the other side. By the time you finish both sides, many people already notice something subtle but important. The joint feels less resistant, less stuck, a little more willing. If you have moderate osteoarthritis, simply reduce the range of motion. Smaller slides are perfectly effective. If you've had a knee replacement, this movement is typically safe and often recommended as long as your surgeon or physical therapist has cleared you for gentle mobility work. This is how we begin, with warmth, circulation, and respect for the joint. Exercise number 4, lying quad sets. Now that your joint fluid is beginning to move, we're going to wake up your knee's primary protector, your quadriceps muscle. Stay lying on your back. Keep both legs straight. Now gently press the back of one knee down into the mattress. You may not see much movement, and that's okay. What matters is that you feel the muscle on the front of your thigh tighten and firm up. Place your hand on your thigh if that helps you feel it engage. Hold that contraction for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then completely relax. This is called an isometric contraction. Iso means same, and metric refers to length. The muscle activates, but the joint itself doesn't move. That's what makes this exercise especially safe for people with arthritis, and even for many individuals after knee replacement. Let's repeat that 10 times on one side, then switch. Now, here are 2 common mistakes I want you to avoid. First, don't hold your breath. Many people tighten their muscle and unconsciously stop breathing. Instead, inhale gently, and as you exhale, press the knee down and hold. Breathing keeps your nervous system calm and your muscles responsive. Second, don't rush the release. When you relax, truly let the muscle soften completely before the next repetition. Over time, this simple movement does something powerful. It retrains your quadriceps to activate quickly and reliably, especially during that vulnerable moment when you first stand up. A strong, responsive quadriceps muscle absorbs force, stabilizes the joint, and reduces strain on the cartilage. You're not just tightening a muscle, you're rebuilding protection around your knee, one controlled contraction at a time. Exercise number 3, seated knee extensions, and we're going to transition from activating the muscle to strengthening it through motion. Sit at the edge of your bed or in a sturdy chair. Sit tall, shoulders relaxed. Chest open, both feet flat on the floor. Slowly straighten one leg out in front of you. Lift until your knee is as straight as is comfortable, not locked aggressively. Just comfortably extended. Hold for 3 seconds. Now, here's the important part. Lower your foot back down slowly, slower than you lifted it. Why does that matter? Because the lowering phase, what we call the eccentric phase, builds strength more effectively and more safely than lifting alone. When you control the descent, your muscle fibers are working to resist gravity. That controlled resistance is what builds functional strength. At the very top of the movement, before you lower, add what physical therapists call a terminal squeeze. Tighten the front of your thigh just a little extra. Imagine gently pulling your kneecap upward. Hold that squeeze for 1 second. That small detail makes a big difference. It strengthens the part of the quadriceps that tends to weaken fastest with age, the portion that helps stabilize your knee when you walk or climb stairs. Complete 10 repetitions on one side, then switch. If you have moderate osteoarthritis, reduce the range of motion. You don't need to straighten fully. Work within a pain-free range. This movement directly supports real-life activities, standing up from a chair, walking across the room, climbing stairs, getting in and out of a car. You're not just exercising, you're practicing strength for daily independence. Exercise number 2, standing knee circles. Now we move to exercise number 2, and for some of you, this one will be optional. Stand near a wall or hold the back of a sturdy chair for balance. Safety first. Bring your feet close together, not tightly pressed, just comfortably aligned. Bend your knees slightly, only a few inches. This is not a squat. Think of it as a soft bend, just enough to unlock the joint. Place both hands gently on top of your kneecaps. Now, begin making slow, small circles with your knees. Move them forward to the side, back and around. Keep the circles small and controlled. Smooth, not jerky. Complete 10 circles clockwise. Then reverse direction 10 counterclockwise. What we're doing here is something straight line exercises cannot accomplish. We are moving the joint in multiple planes. That gentle circular motion helps distribute synovial fluid across different areas of the cartilage surface. Think of it as evenly spreading oil across a hinge, not just opening and closing it. As you move, pay attention. If there's a slightly stiff area in the circle, slow down there. Spend an extra second easing through it, never forcing. Now, an important safety note. If you have a known meniscus tear, significant instability, or have been advised by your doctor to avoid rotational movements, skip this exercise completely. Instead, go back and perform double the repetitions of exercise number 3. Remember, modification is not weakness. It's wisdom. We're preparing the joint, not challenging it aggressively. Exercise number 1, the 30-degree wall-supported mini squat we've arrived at. Exercise number 1. This is the one that ties everything together. If you only remember one movement from today, let it be this. Stand with your back flat against a wall. If you prefer, you can hold on to the back of a sturdy chair instead. Place your feet about 10 to 12 inches away from the wall, hip width apart. Now slowly slide your back downward, but stop early, very early. Your knees should bend only about 30 degrees. This is not a deep squat. You are not sitting down. You are creating a gentle bend just enough to engage the inner stabilizing muscles of the knee. Why 30 degrees? Because research and clinical experience show that the vastus medialis oblique, the VMO, is most active in the first 30 degrees of knee flexion. The VMO is a small teardrop-shaped muscle on the inner part of your thigh, just above the kneecap. Its job is to guide the kneecap so it tracks smoothly in its groove. When it weakens, which commonly happens after 60, the kneecap can drift slightly outward. That subtle shift increases joint stress and contributes to pain. This movement retrains that muscle. Once you're in that shallow 30-degree position, press your back gently into the wall and tighten your thighs, especially the inner portion just above the knee. Hold for 10 seconds. You may feel a gentle tremble. That's okay. That's a muscle waking up. Then slowly slide back up to standing. Rest briefly, repeat 5 times. If you have mild arthritis, aim for the full 10-second hold. If you have moderate arthritis, reduce the hold to 5 to 7 seconds and keep the bend even shallower. If you've had a knee replacement, ensure your surgeon has cleared you for strengthening. Keep the movement small and controlled. This is not about depth, it's about precision. This is the key because it restores alignment, stability, and confidence. Strong VMO activation improves how your kneecap tracks when you walk, climb stairs, and stand from a chair. You are not just bending your knees, you are reclaiming control over how they move. And that changes everything. Now that you've warmed the joint and activated the muscles, I want to give you something simple but surprisingly powerful. This takes just 60 seconds. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally a little dehydrated. Even mild dehydration can make synovial fluid less efficient. Remember, your cartilage does not have its own direct blood supply. It depends on joint movement and surrounding fluid for nourishment. So here's what you do. As soon as you finish the exercises, drink 1 full glass of room temperature water, not ice cold. Room temperature absorbs more comfortably and quickly for many older adults. That single glass helps restore plasma volume, improves circulation, and supports the fluid environment your joints rely on. Now, while you're standing there or even sitting, add ankle circles. Lift 1 foot slightly and slowly rotate your ankle in a full circle. 10 circles clockwise, 10 counterclockwise, then switch sides. Why the ankles? Because your calf muscles act as a circulatory pump. Each gentle rotation activates the lower leg muscles, helping push blood and fluid back up toward the heart. Better circulation supports nutrient delivery to the tissues around the knee. It's simple, no equipment, no supplements, no expense. Water and movement, small actions, powerful effect. Sometimes the most effective strategies aren't complicated. They're consistent. Now I'd like to invite you to do something simple but important. Try this routine for 7 consecutive mornings. Not forever, just 7 days. And here's how I want you to measure your progress. Each morning, before you begin, rate your stiffness on a scale from 0 to 10. 0 means no stiffness at all. 10 means very stiff and uncomfortable. Then, after you finish the routine and begin walking, notice how long it takes before your knees feel more natural. Is it 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes? Write it down. Tracking creates awareness. Awareness creates motivation. In my clinical experience, many adults with mild knee osteoarthritis begin noticing subtle improvement by day 3 or day 4. Not dramatic overnight change, but less hesitation, less guarding, more confidence in those first steps. And confidence matters because when fear of movement decreases, activity increases. And when activity increases, joints often feel better, not worse. Give yourself 7 mornings. Small daily effort, measurable change, and let your own experience become your proof. If you want to improve faster and protect your knees long term, we also need to talk briefly about nutrition. Exercise activates and strengthens muscle. Nutrition supports and preserves that muscle. First, make sure you're getting adequate protein. As we age, muscle loss accelerates a process called sarcopenia. To maintain strength, many older adults benefit from approximately 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body weight. Depending on medical guidance, good sources include eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken, fish, beans, and tofu. Second, include omega-3 fatty acids, found in salmon, sardines, mackerel, and walnuts. Omega-3 acids help support a healthy inflammatory response in the body, which can be especially helpful for arthritic joints. Third, ensure adequate vitamin C intake. Vitamin C plays an important role in collagen production, a key structural component of cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Citrus fruits, berries, bell peppers, and leafy greens are excellent sources. And finally, maintain a healthy body weight. Even modest weight reduction can significantly reduce load on the knee joint with every step. Remember this, muscle protects joints. Nutrition protects muscle. When both work together, your knees have a much better chance to thrive. Before we finish, I want to leave you with this thought. Your knees are not broken. They are not too old. They are not beyond hope. In many cases, especially with mild to moderate arthritis, they are simply underconditioned, undersupported, and underhydrated. And that is something you can influence. In just 10 minutes each morning, you are warming the joint fluid, reactivating protective muscles, improving alignment, and restoring confidence in your first steps of the day. That matters because when mornings improve, the whole day improves. You move more, you hesitate less, you feel more independent. Tomorrow morning, before your feet touch the floor, begin with exercise number 5. And if you're ready to commit, go ahead and comment below day 1 starts tomorrow. I read and personally respond to every comment, and I truly want to hear how you're doing after 7 days. If this video helped you, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Each week, we share practical, evidence-informed guidance specifically for adults over 60 who want to stay active, steady, and strong. Next week, we'll be covering morning hip stiffness and 3 movements that make walking feel smoother within minutes. Until then, take care of your knees, and they will take care of you.